how many viruses he's introduced into the Cumulus system. We've been trying to fire him, but we feel bad. We feel bad. Jim's got a great family. Jim likes to smoke meats and stuff at home weekends, so we don't want him to have to find a new job. Because he may go to that Oklahoma smoke meat thing again, and he didn't finish too well, which is disappointing. I think there was some favoritism in there, you know. I think they were working the refs like the Chiefs did. He found the series of things that never happened. It's a great series. It's a show about like mass psychosis. It's a show about society, how they believe things happen. Jim's actually the voice of the show. I don't know where it's running, Netflix or Prime, but there's a new episode out, again, of Things That Never Happened, and amazingly, it features Joe Biden yet again on yet another Amtrak story. Another version of the Amtrak story. Here, take a listen.
Things That Never Happened with Joe Biden.
Thank God my train door open. I head for it. By the way, I can say now, since I know the different leadership, I used to about 15% of the time ride with the engineers, for real. And I'm the only guy that I'm aware of when I stopped riding Amtrak that had a key to get in back.
This has been Things That Never Happened with Joe Biden.
It's amazing how many episodes. I mean, Joe better be getting a significant royalty or a long-term contract for that show. And did you catch the tell? Jim, did you catch it? When he, it's for real. Jim's like, for real, I caught him. Whenever Joe Biden says, I'm not lying, for real, it's the truth. It's not a joke. It's the God's honest truth. Whenever Joe Biden says that, the next words out of his mouth are undoubtedly ear one level bold. No doubt about it. Every time. That story never happened, just like Angelo, the Amtrak conductor, never told him he was a 2 million mile member and grabbed him by the cheek and said, Joey, baby. None of that actually happened. Okay, none of that happened. How do we know it didn't happen? Because Angelo retired in 1993. Joe Biden was not the vice president in 1993, so that Angelo told him this story when he was the vice president of the Secret Service there, who he alleges almost shot Angelo. And the Secret Service, for real, almost shot him. And the Secret Service doesn't know what he's talking about.
Not a joke.
I know it's not a joke. That's how you know it's a joke. That's how you know it never happened. Also, Angelo was dead by the time Joe Biden said he was told that story, which is kind of a problem. God rest his soul. You sound like a wonderful guy. I'm not even sure Angelo is a real person, by the way. I'm going to have to double check that story. Yeah. But on a serious, the man is a sociopathic, pathological liar. No, he is. Very. Joe Biden is the single most destructive force ever to enter the White House for reasons far different than Barack Obama. Barack Obama was dangerous because he was a dyed-in-the-wool. Tactics exactly what he was doing. And he planted all the seeds for Biden to take and run. The Democrat Party before Barack Obama was a far more centrist party than it is now. So why do you say Biden's more dangerous? He is more dangerous because he's not as calculated as Obama. Obama played the long game. Biden's playing the short game. In other words, Biden understood that. Obama understood that to usher in the managed decline of the United States, you have to do it carefully and slowly. Why not just destroy it quickly, like Biden's trying? Because what happens is people respond and they see what you're doing. Obama was more tactical. He moved in the culture wars when he saw an opportunity to move the needle. Choke point, things like that, started the whole need for a parallel economy to get away from it. But once you got any kind of negative feedback that started to overflow into conservative media, Obama would dial it back a little bit because he was playing the long game, and he didn't want the Republicans to then go win elections running against his proposal. Does that make sense? I hope I'm not confusing it. Biden is just a tier 1 level imbecile. He's seriously the dumbest man. I'm not kidding. I mean, according to speaking of actual intelligence quotients, the guy is most like, I don't have everyone's IQ score in front of me, and I don't have the capability to give them them all an IQ score because most of them are dead. But I can bet, if I was a betting man, I'd place a good $100,000 bet that this is the single dumbest human being to ever enter the old. And the thing about Biden that's real trouble with Biden is being associated and a pathologically corrupt liar. Biden is also weak. He has an ego problem. I don't know what it's because of. Maybe as a kid he got beat up a lot. I don't know. I mean, I really don't. I'm not even trying to speculate. He is the way he is. But he's got a serious self-confidence issue. And it's reflected in his pathological lying. I finished at the top of my class. I was the outstanding student. I visited Nelson Mandela. I was a civil rights fighter. I was raised in the Puerto Rican community. I was raised in the black community. I went to synagogue, a black church, and then, man, wow, he spent a lot of time in the religious services on the weekend. The guy had a key to Amtrak. I was a 2 million mile member. Everything, I used to call these guys high school Harry. They remind me of Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. They have nobody respects them, and they know it doesn't matter. Keep in mind, by the way, it doesn't matter what your job is. I got a guy who pretends he hangs around some circles around his neighborhood. It's kind of like that. He's always like puffing about who he is. And it's really kind of embarrassing, right? I don't really associate it. It's really annoying. And I told my wife right away, I'm like, I don't trust this. That's Biden. Even though he's the president of the United States, one of the most important men ever to walk on planet Earth, he is still grossly incompetent because he knows people think of him as a buffoon. Now think about it. Because he has no self-confidence, and inside, what he sees in the mirror, he craves affirmation. He craves people patting him on the back and rubbing him on the shoulders and maybe sniffing him like he sniffs up. Always sniffing around, always sniffing kids and stuff, right? He craves affirmation, and he loves when people come up to him and tell him how great he is. The problem is, that will never happen with Republicans because they know he's a tool. And they know he's just a moron. It's probably never going to happen with Democrats either, who realize that Joe Biden was only a way to get rid of Donald Trump. Liberals, however, are very tactical. Barack Obama's in the world. Oh yeah, tying it all together, aren't we? Liberals are very tactical. Liberals understood when they got Joe Biden elected. They wanted Bernie Sanders first, but they understood that what happened, okay? So they said, well, if we're going to be stuck with this rotting bag of oatmeal, here's what we're going to do. We are going to push him so far to the left, and we're going to be the only ones in the Oval Office telling him how wonderful he is, sniffing him and giving him back rub. And he loved it. You doubt me? You should doubt everything I say, because that's the only responsible way as a conservative that information. You doubt me? Here, go check it yourself. Put in Joe Biden, the new FDR. Just put it in the search engine. Go do it right now. You see what I'm talking about? Understood right away that foreign left media outlets and lefties up on the Hill would come to him and rub his back and sniff him and tell him how great he was. If he did crazy liberal stuff, even Obama wouldn't do it. The problem is he's caused such destruction so fast. He's setting up the they're not bad enough. Send that after the midterm. He's setting up the Democrat Party to do this rapid destruction, economic destruction, the border destruction, potential war with China, heating up, destruction and hollowing out of our culture and military wokeism. He's setting us up for such a catastrophe. In fact, wipe out the Democrat Party, just like Jimmy Carter did for close to a decade. But they don't care, the liberals, because the liberals they're not as tactical as Obama was. That's why I put that out every morning, that Biden was the worst president in American history, even though I did it about can't both be the worst. No, Biden's worse. Biden's worse. And what makes Biden a liability to the Democrat Party, the same, not the liberals, who will destroy this place tomorrow, it's not just that he's not a managed decliner, he's an immediate decliner. He'll destroy this place tomorrow if liberals tell him it's a cool idea. The problem with Biden is the man has enough baggage that even if he had the key on the Amtrak, he couldn't load it all on an entire train. Folks, the man is blocking. He claims to be this transparent with Karine Jean-Pierre. And every single calamity he's caused, he's blocking people from speaking out about because he knows it's going to get a... Washington Times, Biden officials block Senate by document. Washington Times, Department of Homeland Security blocks Border Patrol chiefs from testifying to Congress. I thought he was the transparency guy. He's hiding because he knows his record and gave the Democrat Party potentially a decade or more. I'm going to describe what we uncovered after the break and what I believe he's really hiding these classified documents. We're going to really pull them up. Stay tuned. It's going to be a really busy show.
Larry Yildy here. I want to talk to you about Tom with 100% relief factor. He's in his late 80s now, and he's one of those really active guys. Not all that long ago, he thought he might finally have to stop. Lower back and hip pains were after him all the time, it seemed. He'd heard about relief factor, but it took some convincing for him to try it. He was skeptical. Lots of people are before they've tried relief factor. Thank goodness pain is gone now. My friends and I take relief factor. Hundreds of thousands of others have tried it, and about 70% of them go on to order more. If you're looking for a way to get out of pain, please give relief factor a try and see what it can do. Your first step to becoming pain-free just might be to order the 3-week quick start for only $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com, that's relieffactor.com, or call 800-4-RELIEF, 800-4-RELIEF. Feel the difference.
Dan Bongino.
You're listening to the Dan Bongino Show on the Bay Area's home for conservative talk on your radio and smart speaker at 560 KSFO.
Hello, this is Joe Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is a firm that practices family law exclusively. We focus on one area of the law to maximize our strength and effectiveness as advocates for clients that have everything on the line: their homes, retirement, savings, and most importantly, their children. We're the partner our clients count on. If we can be of help to you, give us a call.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell San Francisco area attorneys. 951 Mariners Island Boulevard, Suite 300, San Mateo, California, 94404.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper. No, it was so you could say it faster.
No way.
To be more iconic. Must be a tech thing.
But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI. Or download the app today.
Matt Coker here from West Coast Men's Health. Guys, if you're taking Viagra or any other pill for ED, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do I want to continue to do this for the rest of my life? If you're like most men, the answer is no. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we can restore blood flow naturally without pumping your body full of chemicals like you've been doing. Guys, come in today and fix this problem now. Why are you putting this off? Viagra's not going to magically start working next week, and you don't want to use shots or go under the knife. Call us today and speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. Change your life today like the thousands of men who already have. If you're tired of dealing with ED or Peyronie's disease, then call West Coast Men's Health.
With offices in San Mateo and Sacramento, call 650-649-7944. That's 650-649-7944. 650-649-7944. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com. HSA cards welcome.
It's the All Things Legal Show every Thursday at 6 p.m. Join your host, Craig Ashton, for an entertaining and eclectic view of all things legal. Thursdays at 6 p.m. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
For 170 years,
Since 1852.
women who have received that small blue box from Shreve have looked at it and
Known for sure.
that they are more precious than diamonds
More valuable than gold.
and very, very special.
Because a blue box from Shreve means that someone is still very much in love.
We believe that someone will be coming soon.
With a box in Shreve blue just for you.
Shreve & Company at 150 Post off Union Square.
And Palo Alto, Shreve is perfectly situated in the Stanford Shopping Center.
How would you like the potential to participate in credit indexed returns and limit the downside? Join Edmund Brown Safe Money Radio Show. Call Edmund Brown for your complimentary Safe Money Radio Kit and Safe Money Radio book. 1-844-306-SAFE.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Dan Bongino here for Lone Star. Many timeshare owners are upset that their yearly dues continue to increase. With an A+ rating at the BBB and over 900 5-star testimonies, Lone Star Transfer is the only company you can trust, guaranteeing the release of all liability to your timeshare in writing and in a specific time frame. My friends have helped over 18,000 owners legally and permanently get out. Start the new year off right with a free, no obligation consultation at 844-284-4864 or LoneStarTransfer.com.
You're listening to the Dan Bongino Show on the Bay Area's home for conservative talk on your radio and smart speaker at 560 KSFO.
Keeping his friends close and his enemies educated. The Dan Bongino Show.
So yeah, they're BSing you. Of course they're BSing you, this administration. I mean, it's led by a guy who's a sociopathic, pathological liar. I use the term sociopathic for a reason, because he doesn't seem to have any sense of consequence at all. Why is it cheering? I'm gonna like sit up. I'm like sitting there, but why does my back hurt? The chair's so. The guy's sociopathic because he just doesn't care. I mean, think about it, right? Joe Biden. And laws that not but I know what it's like to give political speeches, and I can't imagine giving a speech at, say, like a CPAC thing that's obviously going to be recorded, telling everyone that I was the most decorated agent in the history of secret. Have the same personality, this need for affirmation, so they lie about stuff, right? And then after you're humiliated, Dan Bongino said he's got 47 confirmed kills or some ridiculous absurdity, right? Then repeating the story like next week. Sorry, folks. 48. You're right. The fact check was like, you would have to be crazy. I really think he has some kind of diagnostic and statistical manual, like DSM diagnosis problem. He really does. And I think that's why he's so obtuse right now, and he's so out of it as to what's going on with this special counsel and the threat of this classified documents thing. I do. There's part of me that believes his team around him knows how serious it is, but he's processed it. Because he's got all these liberals who think he's the new FDR coming in his office, kissing his ass and rubbing his shoulders and sniffing him and whatever, telling him how great he is for passing all this crap. And I think in his head he thinks like, oh, everybody loves me. I mean, I'm Joe Biden. I mean, think about it, right? Go look at the videos when people confront him with his approval rating. Nothing. I'm not sure he understands what we're about to talk about next and how bad it is.
Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than 3 each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network, so yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. You're part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
You're listening to the Dan Bongino Show on the Bay Area. Area's home for conservative talk on